Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
If y'all would like to sit up closer up here, you're welcome to. If you want to bring a chair, if you're more comfortable in a chair, bring a chair up here. There's not going to be a lot of people, and I think it's a lot, feel a whole lot better when people are closer to them. So, you want to sit on the floor, or you want to sit on the chair? I'll sit on the floor. Well, good, take one of these seats over here. Okay. Come on over there. Put yourself under those tables. Oh, sorry. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay. Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Deep breath, deep breath.
Okay, ready? Yes. Everyone has a daily yoga sadhana practice. Page 3. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, all starters and harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and damnation, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save love establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, all starters who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and damnation, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and save love establishing them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dalai Dhamma Zibeda Nobar Zibege Tarba Dam Je Jimbe Barada Jubar Ziba Dam Je So Zebe Mananga Danyambe Zimje Dam Je Dewa Dande Dongar Dan Dran Yorde Lana Meba Yang Dabar Zobe Sanju Rumbu Je Dobarza. Thus until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Next page. We take refuge in the kind Ru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas and darkness and the Dharma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embrace the enlightened mind and progress on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Next page. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have a happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathangatas in the 10 directions. those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at present, and those Tathagata still to come. Through the power of Samandabhada's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I posted to them, multiplying my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom, I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus, all space is filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of the excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of various pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oils, manifesting light, and fragrant incense. I make offerings to them of fine garments, perfume, and purple, pearled high as moon meru, and orange in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings, and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to Buddhas and make offerings to them, following the deeds of great Bodhisattva Samandabhada. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattvas and the Pakshika Buddhas, those who have attained Aharasya, those who have entered the path of Aharasya, and all other beings. I recourse to all great protectors and Buddhas to turn the highest veil of Dharma, as like dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate those Buddhas and intend to pass into pre-nirvana, to living long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth, in order to benefit of all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the spring mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and the moon. As Buddha fare, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of Buddha fare. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer the altar inner secret offerings with my body, word, and all that is visible. Please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offering, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Rena Mandala Panzam Samandra Savarena Samaye Ahom. Unequal refuge, ornament of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor, Vajradhara, widow adored. I bore at feet of Father Jigten Sangha. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessing. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize unliberated nature of mine. Please turn the veil of Dharma of the true wakers and their combination according to the disposition and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. So now we're going to do the Padmasambhava, page 139. Do we have this 37 practice? Can you, maybe we chant this first 37 practice together before the Padmasambhava. They need something preliminary practice before Yadam deity. So use 37 together practice. 37 practice. Yeah. Okay, this one, yeah. We must be same is better. Homage to Lokeshwara. Okay, page 1, the 37 practice together, okay? At all times, sorry, we have to do the homage to Lokeshwara, is missing. No, Debbie need one. You come right timing. Yeah. Sit there, you do translate, okay? I'm kidding, no need to translate. You can see that. Okay, homage, we cannot forget. Homage to the Lokeshwara at all times are posted with respectively 3 doors of body, speech, and mind to the Supreme Guru and the Protector Chenrezai, who though realizing that all phenomena neither come nor go, make single-minded effort for the sake of all sentient beings. The perfect Buddha's source of benefit and happiness, arising from accomplishing sublime Dharma, as that accomplishment depends on knowing the Dharma practice. I will explain the Bodhisattva practice. At this time, when the difficult to gain share of leisure and fortune has been obtained, ceaselessly hearing, pondering, and meditating day and night in order to liberate oneself and others from the ocean of cyclic existence is the Bodhisattva practice. The mind of attachment to loved ones wavers like water. The mind of hatred of enemies burns like a fire. The mind of ignorance, which forgets what to adopt and what to discard, is greatly obscured. Abandoning one's homeland is the Bodhisattva practice. When harmful places are abandoned, disturbing emotions gradually diminish. Without distraction, virtuous endeavors naturally increase. Being clear-minded, definite understanding of the Dharma arises. Resorting to secluded place is the Bodhisattva practice. Long associated companions will part from each other. Wealth and possessions obtained with effort will be left behind. Consciousness, the guest, will cast aside the guest house of the body. Letting go of this life is the Bodhisattva practice. Whenever compassions are associated with, the 3 poisons increase. The activities of listening, pondering, and meditation decline, and love and compassion are extinguished. Abandoning evil compassion is the Bodhisattva practice. When sublime spiritual friends are relied upon, one's forces are exhausted, and one's qualities increase like the waxing moon. Holding sublime spiritual friends even more dear than one's own body is the Bodhisattva practice. While worldly gods themselves also bound in the poison of cyclic existence, are able to protect others. Therefore, when refuge is sought, taking refuge in the undeceiving Tepijan is the Bodhisattva practice. The Sadhu said that all the unbearable suffering of the three lower realms is the fruition of wrongdoing. Therefore, never committing negative deeds, even at the peril at one's life, is the Bodhisattva practice. The pleasure of the three realms is as fleeting as dew drop on the top of a blade of grass, vanishing in a single moment. Striving for the supreme state of never change liberation is the Bodhisattva practice. When mothers who have been kind to one since beginningless time are suffering, what is the use of one's own happiness? Therefore, generating the mind of enlightenment in order to liberate limitless sentient beings is the Bodhisattva practice. All suffering without exception comes from wishing for one's own happiness. The perfect Buddhas arise from the altruistic mind. Therefore, completely exchange one's own happiness for the suffering of others is the Bodhisattva practice. Even if others influenced by great desires stir or one's spirit or have a stalling, dedicating to them one's body, possessions, and virtues accumulated in the three times is the Bodhisattva practice. Even if others try to cut off one's head, one is utterly blameless, taking upon oneself all the negative deeds by the power of compassion is the Bodhisattva practice. Even if someone broadcasts through all the blatant words all sorts of offensive remarks about one, speaking in terms of the perversion qualities with a loving mind is a Bodhisattva practice. Even if in the minds of a public gathering, someone exposes faults and speaks ill of one, humbly paying homage to and perceiving that the person as a spiritual friend is the Bodhisattva practice. Even if someone for whom one has cared as lovingly as one's own child, regard one as own enemy. To teach him that poison as deadly as a mother does an ailing child is the Bodhisattva practice. Even if influenced by pride on equal or inferior person, treats one with contempt, respectfully placing that poison like Guru at the crown of one's head is the Bodhisattva practice. Though one may have an impoverished life, always be disparaged by others, afflicted by dangerous illness and evil spirit, to be without discouragement and to take upon oneself all the misdeeds and suffering of beings in the Bodhisattva practice. Though one may be famous and revered by many people or gain wealth like that of Vaishyavanas, having realized that worldly fortune is without essence, to be unconceited is the Bodhisattva practice. If all fools are destroyed while not subduing the enemy of one's own hatred, enemies will only increase. Therefore, subduing one's own mind with the enemy of love and compassion is the Bodhisattva practice. Indulging sense pleasures is like drinking salt water. However much one indulges thirst and craving, only increase. And meditatively abandoning whatever things give rise to clinging and attachment is the Bodhisattva practice. Appearances are one's own mind. From the beginning mind, nature is free from the extremes of elaboration. Knowing this, not to engage the mind in subject-object duality is the Bodhisattva practice. When encountering pleasing sense objects, though they appear beautiful like a rainbow in some time, not to regard them as rare and to abandon clinging attachment is the Bodhisattva practice. Diverse sufferings are like the death of a child in a dream. by apprehending illusory appearances as rare. One becomes very, therefore, when encountering disagreeable circumstances, viewing them as illusory is the Bodhisattva practice. If it is necessary to give away even one's body while aspiring to enlightenment, what need is there to mention external object? Therefore, practicing generosity without hope for reciprocation or positive karmic results is the Bodhisattva practice. If liking ethical conduct one fails to achieve one's own purpose, the wish to accomplish others' purpose is likable. Therefore, guiding ethics devoid of aspirations for worldly existence is the Bodhisattva practice. To Bodhisattvas who desire the pleasure of virtue, or these who do harm are like a precious treasure. Therefore, cultivating patience devoid of hostility is the Bodhisattva practice. Even hearers and solitary realizers who accomplish only their own welfare strive as if putting out a fire on the head. Seeing this, taking up diligent effort to the source of good quality for the sake of all beings in the Bodhisattva practice. Having understood that disturbing emotions are destroyed by insight, possessive without trunk, burden to cultivate, meditate, concentration, which perfectly transcends the four formless obstructions is the Bodhisattva practice. If one lacks wisdom, it is impossible to attain perfect enlightenment. Through the other five perfections, thus cultivating skillful means with the wisdom that does not discriminate among the three spheres is the Bodhisattva practice. If having merely the appearance of a practitioner, one does not investigate one's own mistake, it is possible to act contrary to the Dharma. Therefore, constantly examining one's own errors and abandoning them is the Bodhisattva practice. If influenced by disturbing emotions, one point out another Bodhisattva's force. Oneself is diminished, therefore, not speaking about the force of those who have entire great is the Bodhisattva practice. Thus, the influence of gain and respect causes quarrel, endurance of listening, pondering, and meditation, to abandon attachment to the household of friends, relations, and benefit is the Bodhisattva practice. Because harsh words disturb others' minds and causes the Bodhisattva's conduct to deterioration, abandoning harsh speech which is unpleasant to others is the Bodhisattva practice. When disturbing emotions are habituated, it is difficult to overcome them with antidote by arming oneself with the antidote warping of mindfulness to destroy disturbing emotions such as desire the moment they first arise as the Bodhisattva practice. In beauty, whatever conduct one engage in, one should ask, what is the state of my mind? Accomplish others' purpose through constantly maintaining mindfulness and awareness is the Bodhisattva practice. In order to clear away the suffering of limitless beings, through the wisdom realizing purity of the three spheres to dedicate virtue attained by making such effort for enlightenment is the Bodhisattva practice. Following the speech of the sublime ones on the meaning of the sutras, tantras, and the commentaries, I have written the 37 Bodhisattva practice for those which to train on the Bodhisattva's path. Due to my minor intellect and this not poetry that were scholars, yet as I have relied upon the sutras and the speech of the sublime ones, I think the Bodhisattva practice are not mistaken. However, because it is difficult to one of inferior intellect like myself to great deeds of Bodhisattvas, I beseech the sublime ones to forbear my errors such as contradictions and incoherent reasoning. By the virtues arising from this, may all sentient beings become true, excellent, conventional, and automatic bodhicitta. Like the protector Chenrezig, who does not abide in the streams of extinct auspice. This was written for the benefit of myself and others, but the monk told me in spiritual and reasoning in a nurturing Khenpo. Okay. Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, so now page 139. So how do we do this with English Tibetan together, or together means like once English, once Tibetan, or only English? Please choice.
Each section in English, and go back and do it Tibetan.
Really? Okay. Everyone okay like that?
Yeah.
So first we do English, then go back to Tibetan, yeah? Each section? Okay. So here's Padmasambhava, this sadhana is a little bit longer than compared to other sadhanas. This is a little bit longer. So that's the reason this has a supplication. So other sadhana is directly go to the refuge and the bodhicitta. So longer sadhana has a supplication first. This supplication is a lineage supplication. And this Padmasambhava practice is actually it's treasure from the Padmalingpa, but then compose like more make all together. The Dharma Kirta is Digong Dharma Kirta. So the Digong Kagyu tradition use this sadhana for practice Padmasambhava. So you can see, you read this supplication lineage is all is come into the Digong Kagyu lineage. So this practice Yadam Dedi sadhana, you can see which kind belong to lineage is. Only you can see the when you read the supplication, this lineage is supplication to the lineage. So supplication lineage is when you chant this, so then you know where this sadhana come from. Then lineage one by one. And when you chant this, open your heart, open your mind, and then comes devotion, connecting with the Buddha. So we will receiving the blessings. Receiving blessing is going to practice this sadhana is remove all obstacles. Mind is into the practice. That is called blessing. So when you practice Padmasambhava, no any obstacles. It's your mind is really into that practice. It's called blessing. Obstacle is like emotions, Even you practice this Padmasambhava, but your mind is like afflicted by emotions, going somewhere, not into the practice. So your body is here, but mind never into that. So that is called obstacles. And that reason, this Vajrayana, Rath for Yadam deities, and we use sometimes like Mahayana tradition, like meditation and peace for Yadam deity. They all has a little bit different ways into the practice. The Vajrayana tradition, we use like Rath for Yadam deities, like you use lots, these symbols, and like we have so many different kind of musics, and they have some special things like throwing, all negativity is like going where to get rid of. So that is one method. And this usually this one is like kind of followed that way, you know. After this supplication to lineage, then we have a refuge and bodhicitta. After that, it's giving toma for obstacles, protection mentions, so means protection sphere visualize. So this is all done but like powerfully, you know, using some special, you know, tools. Like we have we don't have here the some you know, like long ones, long musics. So you blow that, it's you know, like very harsh, strongly. And then also we have burned some different kind of incense, like wrathful things, you know. So have something special in the Vajrayana master throw away, you know, like get rid of all obstacles. So kind of like wrathful way doing that. The main point is like go away of all negativity, mind, negative thoughts. But then peaceful way, we focus, you know, breath and mindful body meditation, relax, because into like log into your try to into your natural mind, like get rid of thoughts, you know, letting go thoughts, letting go thoughts. We try to liberate the thoughts. So that is the difference. But actually, main point is nothing different. But drawing things, it's always totally different. Do you understand? So that's the reason, you know, some people think, wow, Vajrayana, so many like drawing things, like some people scared, you know. So actually, Vajrayana, the main point is like get rid of negative thoughts, emotions, and try to into the practicing, relax mind, recognize your nature is Buddha. But then use different method. And when we do the shamatha meditation, vipassana, then we try to focus for breathe, you know, relaxations, use many different things into that. It's actually not much, main point is not much different, totally different method. Okay, so that's the reason you have to know what the difference is. Sometimes people are confused and misunderstanding, you know. So method is always different. Somebody like, you know, like your child is good, try to make good behavior. Sometimes the parents like hit, you know, and the yard, and like, you know, like more subduing your kids. So sometimes you have to press to them, and you know, so like try to like very nice to negotiation, like try to calm down for them. It's always dependent, right? It's dependent kids, you know, which method you have to use. So main point is like you try to just same is like try to make good behavior for your kids, children. So same like that. So that's the reason we chant this. The supplication is like main purpose is lineage blessing. This all lineage is like come to the famous. Actually all this Yadam deity mostly is go up to the Buddha Amitabha. The reason is Padmasambhava is Buddha Amitabha's emanation. So Padmasambhava always go up to the Amitabha Buddha. Then comes to Padmasambhava is treasure. It means his head hidden text. So hidden text. Then it go to the Tertung. It's like who treasure. Then after that, don't know which lineage become follows. You know. So one treasure has many different lineages, goes different directions. But main point is always the same. So sometimes like treasure is who create treasure. Tertung, we call Tertung, is treasure is Terma. Then maybe Digon Kaju masters into that. then the Gongkaju tradition. Satya comes like go to Satya tradition. Gelo comes Gelo tradition, but that makes different ways go to branches. But main point is always the same. So that's the reason I have like kind of different lineages, thermas. Therma is mostly like used by the Kaju and the Nyima lineages. So then this Padmasambhava, his supplication to Buddha is go up to the Padmasambhava is Buddha Amitabha. So then who shared these teachings? Actually Buddha Shakyamuni taught these Vajrayana teachings. But it's not really publicly, only shared with really high realizer masters. So that's the reason, who is realization comes lineages, realization masters throughout, comes from that. So some people think, oh, this is not anything belong to Buddha Shakyamuni, but so that has dropped, Actually, this teaching all is come from Buddha Shakyamuni. So Vajrayana teachings. So Buddha Shakyamuni shared these Vajrayana teachings, and then come to supplication. Like actually, Buddha Shakyamuni talk about Buddha Amitabha. Buddha Shakyamuni talk about all Vajrayana teachings. Then Buddha Shakyamuni talk about all the Yadam deities, different kind of Yadam deities. Then based on that, and then you can create like different Yadam deities. Padmasambhava is not specific Buddha Shakyamuni shared, because Padmasambhava is after Buddha Shakyamuni. So Padmasambhava talk about already Tantra teachings. He already shared, Shakyamuni Buddha. He already talked to Tantra teachings. They already has all the Yadam deity practice. So then the Yadam deity practice already has there. So then based on that, and this Padmasambhava practice is like, it's come from like based on Buddha Shakyamuni teaching. So that is not directly Buddha Shakyamuni taught, but actually based on this Padmasambhava practice is based on the Buddha Shakyamuni teaching. Buddha Shakyamuni talk about other laws, Yadam deities, kind of Chakra Sambhara, Kala Chakra, and other some Vajra Yogini, some like that kind of Yadam deities. So then similar, same direction, similar way to become create Padmasambhava sadhana. Make sense?
Let me make sure I understand.
Yes.
You're saying that Buddha Shakyamuni is teaching all these different Yidam deities. Somebody say Kala Chakra, he was just enumerating those. Are they included in the Kangur? Are those teachings in the Kangur?
Kanjoro, I didn't read everything, I don't know really. I cannot say no, but I read the Sutra part a lot, but they are not included there. The Vajrayana section, I don't know. So I didn't read before. Yeah. So usually that I read this, the commentaries, they talk about, this all Vajrayana teachings come from Buddha. So then the best on that, So then Tantra has a lot of difference, right? Outer Tantra, inner Tantra, and secret Tantra levels. So many different sections there. And Sutra tradition, Chenrezig is like his retinue, not really Yadam deity. Buddha Shakyamuni's kind of retinue, Retinue means his disciple. So Chenrezig was there, he receiving teachings from Buddha. And then Chenrezig, Vajrapane, Vajrapane, Chenrezig, they are disciple, and when Buddha talked, they hold these teachings, Vajrayana teachings. So other human being, regular student, they don't have capacity to hold this teaching, that teachings. So then Chenrezig, Vajrapane, they are, they are the Yadam deity, It's like kind of a not human being. So they have a high realizer, high level Bodhisattva. They have a capacity to hold their teachings. So then Chenrezig, you see, Manjushri, Chenrezig, Vajrapane, this is three of them is like lineage holder Buddhas. So then Vajrapane has mostly this secret teaching part. He's one of the holder, lineage holder. Manjushri is also lineage holder. He gave Nagarjuna these teachings, you know. So then come to the human beings again, spirits. So it's lost history there. Hard to know because it's beyond our, you know, perception thoughts. So that's the reason sometimes people say Vajrayana is not Buddha's teaching. Yeah. So Vajrayana is not Buddha's teaching, but then you really look into the Vajrayana teachings. It's so special method and powerful. And you practice that, many people become realized. So that shows proving the Buddha's unmistaken teaching. That shows like not just first beginners, practitioners, not capacity to hold their teachings. Yeah. Okay, so now we go to, I share with you a little bit. And here is page 140. So after supplication here, after supplication always we do the symbols. Use this, you know, in this one. Use this one after this supplication. Okay, today I teach you a little bit different than usually. So this one, like, we have to do 3 times. See, like, not need to drum. See. 1. So that is I have to drum. You do this one, no need to drum. Okay, so this one. Drum. Tang 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 There's 2, right? After it's the third is very small, like this. The first 2 is like bong, bong. The third one is very soft. Then another 3 times strong. The number 7 is soft. Like that, you know. So that's just generally in this symbol is follow like that. Each section has a little bit different. Okay, so this we do 3 times tang 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 tang, right? That means like, you know, the beginning and the blessing. And the Shra Master has incense and going the making, you know, like get blessings for going to the in front of everyone, like, you know, it's Tibetan tradition or Vajrayana tradition. And then we use these symbols 3 times, tang, tang, tang. Then also like, oh, it's a long one, long horn one. It's follow this symbol. So who do the long horn, they have to know how to use this symbol. So they follow together. But not always, you know. This sadhana have to follow. But some sadhana don't have to follow, and this and the long horn. This sadhana must follow long horn and this one together. We don't have a long horn, so but I'll just give you the more informations. I think people like to know like that kind, you know. So then this part you have also like we have a music here, right? So it's Tibetan called Jaling. Jaling, and that one doing here, you know. This is because it's blessing, shower, that Jaling is must have to together. And also, you know, Tong, Kong Sho also together. Kong Sho and the Jaling, they don't have to follow this symbol. The long horn, like, I do like this. So they have to follow this. Then they have a long horn. This one have to do very slowly, because you have to follow the long horn and the blowing, you know. This have to do slowly. No long horn, you can do this very fast, because you already don't have to do any follow others, right? So that's the reason. So this section, you know, first one, this section we do 3 times, tang, 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 then they after like go like this, go more fast. Then after that, we don't have to with the drum together, you know. So they're all totally different. After this prayer comes refuge and bodhicitta. Refuge and bodhicitta, you cannot beat the drum. So that's the reason, you know, like you go all the way fast, then very short symbols. Dam, 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 dam. Finish. Only 4. Dam, 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 finish. Very easy, right? Yes.
Sometimes I've heard that, like, when you do the drum, you do a strong drum.
No, that is not this one. This is cannot do that. That is the archie and the protectors, and called new lineages. New means actually Kaju, Sacha, Gelok. This is called new traditions. This is based on the Nyingma, you know. Its symbol is totally different. So that's the reason you cannot beat down bone. You know, beat down is like bone, strong one. That means actually Dham has a lot of power to, you know, control these pujas. But this one is Dham no any power. Dhamma is like you follow this symbol. Who hold this symbol, that person has power. Yes.
So when you go dum, and you go soft dum.
Yes.
Soft. Does the drum do a soft drum?
Yes, the drum has to be soft.
The drum is soft.
Yes. You cannot miss the drum. Also, you cannot do the drum, this one. This tang, 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 you cannot drum. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum. Soft drum. But this one don't have soft because only 4 times only. Dum, 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 dum. Finish. The reason is next is not with dum. If next chanting is with dum, then dum, dum, soft. Dum, 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 soft. Dum, 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 dum. Then Om Re Dewa Jin Je Yin. With the drum together with the chanting. Okay? It's hard, you know. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, like that. So now is we here see it's page 141. It's refuge and bodhicitta, so we don't have to talk that. It's the same thing. Usually we're sharing, you know, refuge bodhicitta. So then page 142 is called 7 pure actions. Means so this 7 lamp prayers, 7 branches, actually 7 branches. Is create accumulation merit. The main purpose is 7 branches. We create accumulation merit. The reason is when you practice, then you must have to have enough accumulation merit. Otherwise, you know, your practice is not going to be successful. Practitioners must have to have accumulation merit. So we come here today, because we have accumulation merit, that's why we can gather and here together. People who don't have accumulation merit enough, even they wanted to come, they get something, situations come up. Then who don't have accumulation merit, they're never thinking about anything dharma. So practicing Yadam deity is like very, very high level who has accumulation merit. So that's the reason also we still, create more accumulation merit and 7 lamp branches prayer. So end of this page 142, then it's called the obstacle dharma. We're giving obstacle dharma. Actually, English is like 143. So sprinkle water on the hindrance dharma means like blessing. The water is blessing for dharma. We're giving dharma for obstacle beings. If without the dharma, you can visualize. When you chant this, that time, and you visualize giant, okay, Safeway, like that kind of, like big supermarket. So all this food is given to obstacle beings. So that's also good to, like create accumulation merit. Actually, loosely here is like strong method, but it's generosity. Giving generosity is 2 different methods. It's powerful, special, harsh method, or peacefully method. I already share you 2 different methods. This is like powerful, like strong method, but main point is giving generosity for all hungry ghost, obstacle beings. So first we have to blessing, otherwise they don't have a capacity to use that. Because the obstacle beings is mostly related to the hungry ghost. Then they harm for others. So then there also has jealousy and so many mental, emotions. So that's create the, make obstacles for other beings. So now this one is a strong method that don't have a choice. So we said, do this, eat this, don't obstacle go away, I give you this, right? So first we do is blessing, then they can have capacity to use that. Without a blessing, not possible. There's some realization beings seeing. Sometimes we throw away food, right? But we see the food, but obstacle beings, this obstacle, especially hungry ghost, they're seeing even the small tiny food is fire. Fire. And something like, kind of like, they never can use that, burning things, harmful for them things, So blessing means like, they can see food. They have the capacity to can get that. So I know that some practitioners throw, like we have sometimes come out some, what to call liquids in our, sometimes as we sick and it comes out something. Not only that, like you have get fevers and sore throats and cough up the flames, right? Even they don't have a capacity to use flames. They don't see that. But practitioners, when they come out the flames, they chant on Mande Peme Hong and the dedications, then they can eat that, this hungry ghost. The practitioners, realization masters share that, we don't know. So that's also generosity for them to giving, because they don't have a capacity to like use like very delicious food, special food. Then even, what they call flame? Yeah, flame, even if they get that, also really help for them. But they cannot have capacity to even eat that. So that's the reason when you comes out your throat in that, and when you throw out, So you do Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Ah Hum, Ramyam Kam, kind of a blessing, chants. So think about for them, giving for them. Then they can use that, they have capacity to eat that, to generosity. So different, method helping for others. So now here, see, Tholma is actually food, giving for them, Tholma. So Tholma has many different meanings, but this Tholma is specifically food for them and giving generosity. So first, this blessing.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
So with these hungry goats,
Yes.
making these offerings of the Torah and so on like that,
Mm.
are we visualizing that these are external beings that we can't see? Or are these, within ourselves? This is something within ourselves. These are like demons within ourselves, or defilements, imperfections within ourselves.
No, this when you give Thomas, you always have to think about other external beings, because it comes more compassion to them. Or I'm going to read my emotions. Its main point is that, but it's you think that way, you not really comes compassion. You're thinking about others' suffering, that comes is compassion. It's a little bit different method. Make sense? Yeah. So then after that, obstacle beings go away. So then we have protection mentions. Protection mentions, I think, where is that one? It's, see, page 144. Yeah, this or the blessing, Tholma, we're giving the Tholma. It's page 143, is giving the Tholma. And also we chant this Buddha, 4 Buddha's name. And this 4 Buddha's name is like, if they has like scared and nervous with this Buddha, is one Buddha is representative like release nervous. One Buddha is like is peaceful and beautiful, like kind of like all release fears other beings. Chant this mantra as a blessing for them.
Is that the one that's in the bottom here in this footnote? It says the Buddha, it says Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara,
The Buddha, Manjushri, no, not that one actually. I don't know why they put this one. 143 is like homage to the Tathagata Rinchen Mang. See, homage to Tathagata Sungadzangar Dampa. Homage to the Tathagata Kunjame. So that these Buddhas.
Yes, but then here there's footnotes, there's numbers right after each one of those. And it says number 1.
I know.
And the bottom says the Buddha, and Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara.
So I really don't know this is correct. Could be, of course, this is actually all Buddha's same essence, but it's like we just usually chant this 4 Buddha's names. We never think about these Buddhas. These 4 Buddhas is like we kind of thinking about 4 directions Buddhas.
So that's what we should, 4 direction Buddhas?
No, don't put that because it's not 100% sure.
You're saying that's wrong.
No, he didn't say wrong. He said he's not sure. that this-
Not sure. I thought that 4 directions, So this is always like we, especially when we do pujas for hungry ghost, this 4 Buddha's name always comes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Footnotes might
Footnotes is, could be correct, could be not. I don't know. Okay. So leave it like that. So doesn't matter is which is a 4 Buddha there. Tibetan has these meanings, but English they put only just name. See, actually Rinchen Mang, right? Rinchen Mang is like, Rinchen is actually, precious, like, what they call the, like, comes like so many, same as Tepu gem. The Tepu gem, not Tepu gem, sorry. Achichi Doma, she hold like, what is she hold? Wish fulfilling gem. See, hungry ghost, like, so wish fulfilling gem is the helping for them is the same as a wish fulfilling gem. The yin shiba zungzi tambala sounds a lot. Second one is like zungzi tamba means like usually they're seeing everything is like ugly, not pleasant. Zungzi tamba means is like beautiful and joy. Everything is nice. Okay, so that is really hungry ghosts. Like see, what their desire. That's the reason this four Buddha's name is coming for them. The yin shiba kun jamle la sansalo. Homage to the Tathagata jam kun jimmi homage. So that means kun jamle means is usually hungry ghost. His body is ugly. His throat is so small, tiny. Stroma is big, huge. Throat is so tiny. It cannot go, like even water drops cannot go in. Stroma is so huge. Like whatever whole things like universe eat, still they are hungry. Because of perception, right? So this kunjamle means like your body is become like youthful, beautiful. So then last one is like homage to Tathagata Jikpa Tarchi means like free from fears, scared and nervous, Jingmi means like free from fears. So that's the four Buddha's name is. The main point is, you see, is all these precious things for what they need, right? So Buddha is effort to anything, So someone need food. Buddha is able to food. It could be, like that. So you have to have a connecting with that. And the karma, these teachings is connecting with that, blessing things. So that is specifically for giving for hungry ghost. And then this is the page 144 is chanting. So now it's say, eat this, take this, go away, don't harm for others. Okay, same is like we practicing here. Some kids come here, they're jumping everywhere, doing things. We cannot meditate, right? So we say, go away. That we lock the door, that take outside, right, somewhere. Same thing, go away. And then the page 44 is 144 down there is called establishing the boundaries. Yeah, established. So who distraction our meditation here? The kids sometimes jumping here, we say go away and lock the doors, they cannot come in. Otherwise you just say go away, they come back again, right? So now you're making boundaries. So when you practice Yidam Deti, you have to make boundaries. And this is like people who go to the retreat, right? Retreat. And they always do this, like put the torma and some mantras, then other people cannot come into that area because there's effect for their practice. And they don't go out from that. Who do that, they stay inside there, they cannot go out, other people cannot come into there. Yeah, they close retreat. Same like that, because the four direction they put is the different mantras. Four directions is different mantras. And we do some big drupchins. And the drupchin is more longer this sadhana. But its direction, everything is the same, no difference. Even this is short, but whole drupchin sadhana is this one too. So then there has we go, when we starting in this section, all lamas have to go outside. We go to each direction, chant the prayers, and put their sons. So then go each directions. Then come in. After that, actually traditionally, you are in that time in there, you can come in that stay. But that time you are not there. After 7 days, you can come. In the 7 days, you cannot come. But that is traditionally. But this time, we do drupchins in the villages and the towns, cities. So we do that, but when new people come, so we always have a pomba in the water blessing that we have to give to what that blessing. You know, Shrine Master always stay outside to giving new people who coming in. So then they come in. So we don't like say like 7 days no one can come. You know, we have blessings outside. You know, they always take that first, then come in. Make sense? Okay. So what do you say?
Showing their compassion.
Showing their compassion?
Yes, for those who want to come in.
Yeah, the showing compassion, but also just depending, right? If you do that way, it's like you practice is like, you know, not really traditionally doing, but more or less than that. But still you follow the rules. Yeah. Okay, so then that is the cooperation sphere as boundaries.
Protection sphere is fundamental.
Yeah, protection sphere is boundaries. And we chant this white Tara and other sadhana also has this one. But we visualize rainbow lights all circling us inside there. Sometimes like people visualize the Vajra fan. More wrathful is Vajra fan, and then fire. And peaceful is rainbow light circling. You know, it's dependent sadhana yadamdeti. Just generally, mostly like that. No 100% always okay. So teaching is like always, we cannot say 100%. It's mostly generally like that way. So then you come in, after do all these things, so offering coming. So then you already really going to mean practice, blessing all the offerings first. So that's the reason chant this like page 144 bottom there, the offerings and the blessing. Under the page 145, see this offering has here offering, the main, so many different kind of offerings. The main point offerings, these 7 bowls up there, and Kapala, Torma. So this, the already included all the offerings. So that's the reason, see first in the page 145, top there, chanting of Beza Argam Padem Pipe Dipe, is all these 7 bowls. After that, Om Ahong Sarvapinsa Amarta Hong Rata is this one. And here has a medicine, you know. And Om Ahong Maharakta Zola Mendala Hong Rata is in this one. And here has usually we put here is the wine or something, but main actually essence is like you know, sometimes they put the blood. This is the Rakta is actually, you know, the ignorance, representative ignorance. And the Rakta, then Torma. See, this Torma is Yadam Deity. See, today we have a Padmasambhava practice. We need exactly like this. You see, Torma is here. So that is the Om Ahong, Om Ahong Maham Balinta Hong Shata is a Torma. So this theory is, you know, author where we use that, but inner offering, secret offering. Secret offering is anger, ignorance, desire. So these 3 poisons is transforming. So actually secret offering, these 3 secret offerings. So you do this offering after that, then
So the first one was
called,
the medicine.
yeah, medicine.
The next one was the blood of the ignorant.
Yes.
And what was the last one?
Torma.
So was that the food offering? Is that
Uh,
the food? Is that
no, it's not food.
the torma?
Torma is like actually representative. They have so many different, dependent individual levels, right? So Torma is we cannot say always food, but this also can be Torma, but right now it's not Torma, it's food. Food is Shabda Tat Nevet on Beza Nevet Tatasai, so up there, this one. Look here. But this one, right now, in this case, is Yedam deity. You can be, this is a Yedam deity, Padmasambhava, this Torma. But then practitioners really, like meaning is your desire or is transformed to the wisdom. Is representative Tiripogon is transformed to the wisdom. So the main point, highest level. Okay, so now you chant that 145. 145 after that say, for the shower of blessing, burn incense, play instruments, and chant the following in ritual melody. So here is a symbol. Symbol actually also has, I forget to up there also have to do symbols. See, but here also then the long symbol here, very long, longer than usually, and then symbol is like 3 times, tang, 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 and go down, like all the way long way, and then Shra Master has incense, then come into the temple, go all the way around, the blessings. Then when we chant this one, Hong Jie Ye Ngang Le De Ma, very slowly, because the Shra Master have to do all the incense like, follow like this way. And go to in all the way, every sections.
Is this with the other symbols? Or with
This one. So then, this is of course shower blessing. So actually blessing all these Buddhas. Then after that, page 146, right? So 146 is then visualization. So how to visualize? First we visualize this place is not just impure. This transformed to the pure lane, Padmasambhava's pure lane. So first we have to visualize emptiness, and then we create like meditate 4 measurables, compassion. Then our natural mind is arise to letter Sh. Then that Sh is like go into the A, Yam, Ram, Vam, Som, means like it's 5 elements. The 5 elements transform to become this all is pure lane. Impure perception is transformed. Then this temple, right now regular temple is transformed to the Padmasambhava's palace, Yedam deity's palace. Inside the Yedam deity palace, visualize this one. The first inside the pure line, then we visualize, the lattice flower. So then lattice flower inside center there visualize this Vajra. And Vajra in center here, the center this here is then it's a drum syllable. And then drum syllable is like rada is. The like rada is always become protection, Yeah, protections. Then inside there, not so pema, the other thing is the inside there is like pema, is like lattice flower, sun and the moon, and visualize the letter Sh syllable. Then Sh syllable is transformed to the Padmasambhava. So then Padmasambhava is usually, we just in the picture we have like exactly follow that meditation. So then that Padmasambhava, we also visualize that Padmasambhava and also inviting another Padmasambhava wisdom, Padmasambhava, inviting, purely dissolve to visualization, Padmasambhava. So that's all the section is visualization and invitation. Visualize Padmasambhava, inviting wisdom Padmasambhava. So they have two different ways. So then page 148 is home origin of Zansan. So this is called seven lam prayers, Padmasambhava, and a kind of a praise to Padmasambhava. So then page 148 is bottom, there's a request to remain and paying homage. So now we offering seat. When you inviting Padmasambhava, offering seat and prostration to Padmasambhava. After we offering all this, like offering things to Padmasambhava, different kind of offerings. So there has lots of outer levels, inner level, secret offerings. Then after page 149, after offering, so praise to Padmasambhava is praise. So after praise to Padmasambhava, then is mantra section, mantra garland, You can see that, right? So that is all the directions, when you practice Yadam Deity. Yes?
Exhortation of the magic sentence. What's that?
Where is that?
Page 150.
150, what does it say?
Right on the top
Exhortation.
of the magic sentence.
Hum, hum, hum. It starts hum, hum, hum.
So this is called the Zap Korwana, means it's we visualizing this going into the practice mantra. So magic sentence, magic is actually called mantra,
Oh,
Yeah. Exhortation means like we're going to Zapko means Om Benzai Guru means Zapko means like kind of melody. And the core means like going into that section, So magic is like it's mantra, can see that's the meaning. Yeah, going into that,
Transformation.
Yeah. Okay, do you have any questions? So no, we do the practicing together. I hope not too much talk.
No, it's very good.
Really?
very detailed.
Yeah.
Every time we go over it, it's clearer and clearer.
Yeah, this is this section is the Padmasambhava in these symbols, and the we do in the Gar monastery when Dupchins. So other monks who live in India, they comes there, they don't know anything about this, like how to do these symbols, because they're not doing these things.
They just attending.
Yeah, in India, the Chandvi, Charasambara, and some like maybe we don't much do Yadam Deity, any practice there. But then just chant like Vaiktara, kind of that easy ones. But these symbols actually, you have to learn the lots ritual things. So when I was 3 years, when I was monk, become in Gar monastery 3 years. So I have to one year responsible for the Shram master. So that's why I know where this is like what Shram master have to do this time, And then one time I have both use this long horn. So that time I don't know this one how to use, but I know I just only to follow this like action, That time I didn't know this one how to use, but I watch this. If I don't see this, I cannot follow. The Cha master and the long horn is always direction. Not really like stay together, but you can have to see this. I hold the long horn. I watch these symbols. You know. Then. Then chanting like that, you know. So
It's two horns together.
two horns together, yeah. That use two horns together. The both is different. So one is like leader, one is like how to say the follower. But actually they're just different. So like leader means like who, like first one, you know, who blow the first one. But then first one like if the tang is like only one tang, the leader one said right. The other one is if the tang is like not only one, is like two, then both have a you know, have to like make different. If three, also different. If the three, then you totally different. That this below the home. You know, that you have to know. Yeah. So then after, you know, go fast. If down, no down, also different. You know, the home is become follow different, not same. So that time, So that time we learn this all the ritual, you know, this Padmasambhava, this whole follow this chanting, you know, symbols. Yeah.
So those are the 12-foot long horns, that's real long.
There some is very long, some is short, you know. Yeah, my mouth is like is broken here. Lips. When I was young, it's like I blow that one so hard. The hardest is like you blow the long one. You easy to hungry. And sometimes like, you know, like Dukins, so many, all the time have to blow again and again. So body is like shaking. Yeah, it's like bodies, you know. And then this long horn is like makes you is like here sore. And it comes blood from here.